Hi, I'm Rune, CEO at AIUC, and today I'm here with Thibault, the CISO at Intercom. Thibault, do you want to just briefly introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Thibault Candenbat. I'm head of security for Intercom, and I guess my role is to make sure that we build systems, whether they are internal or external, that meet a high level of security, privacy, and reliability.
And we're here to chat because Intercom is one of the world's first companies to certify against AIUC-1. Congratulations. Um, and Intercom is already SOC 2 certified and certified against ISO's 42001, their AI-specific standard. Why isn't that enough?
Well, SOC 2, like it's high level, broad framework, it's all about how you handle customer data. You don't have to have a product that you're selling. It doesn't have to be like an AI powered product. It doesn't have to be an AI agent. So again, it's relevant, but not really like specific. ISO 42001, it's all about AI governance. So defining and maintaining like strong AI governance, which is relevant. Yet again, it's not product specific. And none of those standards answer the questions that we get, those questions that pertain to those AI specific threats.
And what made AIUC-1 specifically the right standard for Intercom?
A few things. So as I said before, it's a standard that is like really specific to the type of product and features that we release. Another thing is that it was defined by a set of people that I personally trust, and I'm sure that the rest of the industry trusts. So people coming from Stanford or organizations like Meter. Another thing as well that we found like really interesting is that these standards mandates continuous testing of your product and feature. It's something that we really value, and it's testing specific again for the security of our AI agent.
You mentioned that ISO is more procedural. What did you find different about AIUC-1 when it comes to the technical requirements and specifically the testing requirements?
So it is something that is like significantly different from the testing that we go through as part of SOC 2 or ISO certifications. It is something that is highly technical, very focused on the product. It's more dynamic in the sense that we get tested on thousands of scenarios from an adversarial point of view. So we receive findings almost in real time. We get the opportunity to address them almost in real time as well and remediate those issues. And we get retested and can just move on like pretty quickly.
Yeah, and one of the things that we're most excited about related to the red teaming is that we've created a very direct line from real world incidents and kind of some of the latest AI security papers that surface what are the risks to test for. And we get to design these simulations of real world customer conversations that touch upon all of the harms and all of the tactics we think are most relevant, including some of the stuff that is like really cutting edge. So it's not just whether a base model will say something bad, but it's also down to things like tool calls and reliability and robustness of tool calls, which is obviously like absolutely crucial to unlocking like a truly agentic experience. And Thibault, what changes for Intercom now that you're AAC1 certified?
So first, I would say that the sales cycles have shrunk. The way like there's always like these security due diligence parts that can last quite a long time, sometimes from a few days to a few weeks. We don't have to spend much time with customers. Everything moves faster. We look good also because we're now part of a club of prominent AI companies that have certified against this standard. So from a trust point of view, we look better, definitely. What else has changed? Like myself, the security team at Intercom, we feel a lot more comfortable with regards to the health of those controls that we've put in place to mitigate the likes of hallucinations, prompt injections, etc. So all those controls get tested regularly?
Yeah, that's great. One of the things that we're most excited about in our audit of Intercom was seeing how you've combined both the kind of, specifically when it comes to tool calls and connections to some of the business critical systems, how you've combined AI agents that are kind of in natural language, which are naturally kind of fussy, with procedural guardrails that are deterministic and really kind of ground the agent to make sure that you can take on business critical functions with a high level of confidence. We think that's super, super excited for how the level of sophistication you've shown in that.
Thanks for noticing. It's definitely something that we put a lot of effort in. We really want to make sure our customers can trust how they design their AI agents, and this added layer of security was necessary to make sure that the AI agent doesn't go off rails.
And Thibault, tell us a little bit about the Sentinel-1 story.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Actually, it's let's rewind. I think that was end of August or something like this. We were doing, or we were handling like the security due diligence process from one of our prospective customers, in this case, Sentinel-1. And at some stage, they asked about AIUC-1, and they were like, "Do you know the standards? And are you planning on, meeting the standards?" And at the time, I was like, "What are they talking about?" I hadn't heard about the standards. So I had to do a little bit of research, look into what the standard was, and realize that it was actually like super relevant. So we were really happy that Sentinel-1 reached out to us with this piece of info, really useful, and we decided to pick this up and eventually meet the standard.
Thank you, Thibault. It's a pleasure to move the frontier of AI security forward with you.
I was glad chatting with you. Thanks, Rune.